On July 17, 1996, a Boeing 747 took off from New York on a routine transatlantic flight. Just 12 minutes later, it exploded in midair over the Atlantic Ocean. Hundreds of witnesses saw the bright streak of light rise toward the plane. Nearly 3 decades later, one question still remains. What really happened to TWA Flight 800? On July 17, 1996, TWA Flight 800, a Boeing 747 operating a transatlantic route from New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport to Paris with a scheduled stop in Rome, took off on what was expected to be a routine summer evening flight carrying 230 passengers and crew. But just 12 minutes after departure, while climbing through approximately 13,700 feet over the Atlantic Ocean near Long Island, the aircraft suddenly suffered a catastrophic mid-air breakup that scattered wreckage across miles of ocean, instantly killing everyone on board and shocking the entire United States, as numerous eyewitnesses on the ground reported seeing a bright streak of light rise toward the aircraft moments before the explosion, fueling immediate speculation that the plane had been struck by a missile or external object. Due to the scale and sensitivity of the disaster, the National Transportation Safety Board launched one of the largest and most complex aviation investigations in history, recovering and reconstructing large portions of the aircraft from the ocean floor, analyzing radar data, cockpit voice recordings, flight data, and thousands of pieces of debris, while also evaluating hundreds of witness statements, many of which were later determined to be unreliable due to optical illusions, nighttime conditions, and stress-induced misperception. After years of analysis, investigators concluded that the most probable cause of the crash was an explosion in the center wing fuel tank, triggered by a spark likely originating from faulty or deteriorated electrical wiring, combined with unusually warm fuel temperatures, which created a flammable fuel-air mixture inside the tank. An explanation that ruled out terrorism or a missile strike due to the complete absence of physical evidence supporting those theories, although skepticism remained among some former officials and members of the public, keeping the tragedy surrounded by controversy even decades later. Despite the unresolved public debate, the crash of TWA Flight 800 led to major and lasting changes in aviation safety, including the introduction of fuel tank inerting systems to reduce explosion risks, stricter wiring inspection standards, improved maintenance procedures, and enhanced aircraft design requirements, all of which have significantly reduced the likelihood of similar accidents, making this tragedy not only one of the most haunting aviation disasters in American history, but also a critical turning point that helped make modern air travel safer for millions of passengers worldwide.